Good evening. So tonight I got another box. Yay. And I just wanted to share that with you. Another unboxing. For being a minimalist crafter, I guess I get a lot of packages, but this is actually for a project, I think. Oh, my camera might be a little bit too close, but that's okay. Let me get my blade. True Control knife. This package came from Cricut. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I bought this champagne faux leather. It's a tan color. And the glitter iron-on vinyl to go on top of it. So these are going to be tags that go on, what do you call them? Makeup bags and shaving kit bags for men. So they're a pair, and that's what they're going to look like. Let me show you. Oh, there's more in here. I got some more glitter gel pens. The Fiesta set, it looks like. So that will be fun. Okay, let me actually show you what I'm going to do with this product. So let me switch you over to Design Space. And by the way, Design Space did get the 6.15 update today. So it now has the background remover, at least mine does, and it has these featured images, which is pretty cool, and the window will stay open to the size it is when you close it. So if you make it bigger, it will stay bigger now, thankfully. I hated it that it started small every single time. I'm going to click on My Projects. And this is these leather tags. And you know what? Let me just go ahead and I'm going to cut out the faux leather because I need 20 total of these tags, 10 of one kind. And they should, well, you know what? Let me just cut out one just to make sure that it's what the customer wants. This tan color, I don't think it's as tan as they wanted, but I think it will work. Okay, so I actually unwrapped it already, but it actually has this little piece of tape here to get off as well. There we go. You know what? I'm just going to do that much. And I'm going to use my green mat. Oh, this mat isn't that sticky, this green one. That's because I have it in my blue mats pile. So let me use a stickier green mat right here. And let me move these back over in the box. Get things out of the way. Okay, there's that. going to go ahead and in design space, I'm going to go ahead and click make it. Let me turn on my Cricut. I've got the Maker 3, so it gives me this prompt. If I didn't have the Maker 3, it wouldn't. And that's exactly how I want this to cut. Now, because it's iron-on, this other mat with the words on it needs to be mirrored. And I'm going to give myself a little bit of space between the two words so that I can have a little bit of leeway in the words when I cut that glitter. So, but now I'm going to go back to the faux leather. So continue. It's going to find my machine. And I'm going to select browse all materials. I'm going to type in leather in the search. And this is not, maybe it is paper thin. That's the only one that says faux leather though, so I'm going to select it. That's probably most correct. Okay, so just checking the fine point blade, which I've got, and that looks all correct. So let's go ahead and take it over to the Cricut. Let me move that out some more. That's really close. Sorry about that. So I'm just going to leave this on the roll. Well, maybe not on the roll, but I'm just going to leave the extra material just down. Make sure it's pressed well. Press my load button. While that's going, I'm going to go ahead and unwrap the gold glitter foil or glitter iron-on. Press play. Shouldn't take too long. It's just a couple of squares, so it's pretty easy. Okay, that cut all the way out. I can see that it's popping off of my mat here. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that. There's just a couple of spots that it didn't come off very well, but those worked out rather nicely. Let me go ahead and get my iron on my mat. You don't have to be so precise. I just am weird. And so I am so precise when I do that. Okay. Now this is glitter cardstock, which isn't in my list as well. So browse all materials, not glitter cardstock, glitter iron-on. So glitter, insert all materials. There's glitter iron-on. And make sure the mirror is turned on is what it says, and that the shiny side is down. Both of those are correct. So I can cut as I should. Looks like it should be the fine point blade as well. Okay. I'm going to push that down a little bit more. It's kind of coming up. Let's see if it gets stuck, or if it goes under. Nope, that's not going to work. So I am going to unload this and try one more time. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to roll this the other way so it's not so curved, because it's pulling up. So let me see if I can get the edge well, a little bit flatter. Okay, let's try again. Maybe I need to try on a different mat. This time I'm going to do it upside down, just as hope it's a little bit more sticky on the underneath side, on the bottom side of the mat. Yeah, it is sticking better already. You can see it. I'm just going to press that down one more time just to make sure, because I'm a little bit nervous about it. Oops. That's what I get for pressing my fingers in there. It's going to eject the mat now, and I'm going to have to start all over. Whoops. So I cannot use that part of the glitter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my design down probably for 1/2 inch, and it will stick better there anyways. So I'm not going to be able to use that much glitter iron-on. They are really small tags, so they shouldn't take up too much room. Let me show you how to do that in Design Space. So it broke, right? So I'm going to have to cancel the cut since it failed. And what I want to do is I'm going to move this down. I'm just going to move it down 1/2 inch. I think that's going to be more than enough room. And continue again. Connect the machine. And we're going to have to select glitter iron-on again. So type in the box, glitter, and search the enter key. Okay. And let's give it a go one more time. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my brayer. If I can find it. and just really push this down. I don't want it to come up. I guess I could have done this before. You know what? The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a ruler. Let me grab the bigger one. So I'm just going to grab a ruler, and I'm going to put this on my Cricut machine to help it stay flat, the mat stay flat, so it won't curl up as much. Maybe that's part of the problem as well. So this is troubleshooting errors. Good stuff. So where I'm going to put this flat ruler is just right here in the holder there. And this time I won't touch it and mess it up. The brayer helped a little bit, but I think what's really going to help is that I moved it down. And with glitter iron-on, you have to be super careful about it, making sure that it cut all the way through. So before I eject the mat, I need to check that. Yeah, it's already peeling up again. I'm going to try and cut it down press it down on the other side. And I have my weeding hook handy. It's in the True Control knife, which is kind of cool. Okay, let's take a look. I can't even see where it cut. That's the problem with glitter iron-on. And I can't look underneath. I'm gonna need some more light over here. Let's see if I can get it somehow. I don't have anything to get more light over here. I can feel. I'm just gonna have to trust it. Hopefully I won't waste vinyl. Let's take a look. So I'm gonna pull it off the mat. Actually, this is really sticky and I don't want it to curl anymore, so I'm gonna flip it over and pull the mat off of the vinyl, the iron-on. Sometimes you can actually see it from this other side, and I can, which makes me think that it cut all the way through. So I am going to not cut it yet, and I think I'm going to get my, there, I can barely see it. I don't know if you can see it, but it's actually right over to about there. Okay. So I'm putting my thumb at the corner of the words so that I don't cut them off because I can barely see them. And I gave myself an extra ½ inch. Now, let's go ahead and start with the outside. Yes. I don't think part of this, yeah, part of this one didn't come out well. So let me see if I can, there we go. Oh, there's a spot that wanted to stay. So we'll get that. Let's go ahead and weed this middle part out while we're here. That's where it tried to cut before. And this one should say buck. One says doe and one says buck. Oh, it looks like we might have lost part of our C here. Well, maybe I shouldn't worry about it too much. I'm going to pull that one off. It's okay that there's glitter on the transfer sheet because it won't stay on your, it won't transfer to your material because the adhesive is on the glitter portion. There we go. Whoops, I lost the part of my K too. Should have paid attention. But I did get that part of my C. Let's see if I can. Okay. Let's go back and get my K. There it is for that one. And there it is for that one. Okay. So not too hard weeding. Maybe next time I'll do the more just to make sure it cuts just a little bit more. And I actually want to go ahead and iron these on tonight and see how they turn out. I did leave quite a bit of room because these are going to be stitched on to the bags. And so I wanted to leave enough room for the seam for the stitching. Let's do this. Okay, so first things first, let's see what our heat guide is supposed to be at. And we'll just go to Cricut heat guide. I go there a lot. It's the first thing in my list. So my material, let's go ahead and scroll down a little bit so I can see the list, is glitter iron-on. And my base material is faux leather. And I do have the Cricut Easy Press mat. So I'm going to go ahead and press apply. You know what? I didn't select the right item. I can do it with the Easy Press or the Easy Press 2, which I have, but I think because of the size, I want to use the Easy Press Mini. Let me see if it suggests that, has a suggestion. Faux leather. Apply. So it says do it on the low heat and for 30 seconds, constant pressure. Let's see if the Easy Press is Easy Press 2 is easier. I should have looked in the first place before I switched over. $270 at 20 seconds, light pressure. And we slowly remove the liner when cool to touch. Okay, so 270 for 20 seconds. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm gonna move my other camera so that you can see that. But let me get it together first. I wasn't planning on doing this, but that's okay. Okay, let's see what's the best way to do this. Probably sideways, something like that. And maybe down a little. Okay, I'm gonna have to check my camera placement because I had to move my camera off of my Cricut and onto my heat press area. Oops. back at the Cricut. Nope. There we go. Okay. So here's my heat press. I'm going to set it on this side, and I'm going to go ahead and turn it on. This is the on button, and we're going to set it up to temperature 270. Oops, down. There we go. And the temperature or the time is 20 seconds. So do you know what? I think that I'm going to do both of these at the same time, just because it will probably be easier. Let's see how long that takes to heat up. The other thing that I'm going to use is my, let me scoot these sort. Well, let me straighten them out and make them centered first. So what I'm going to do, let me show you here, is I'm going to just fold the glitter in half to find the middle. And that isn't going to hurt a thing. But these are so small. Just get the middle of that HTV with those crease marks. And here on my vinyl, or my faux leather, I'm going to do the same thing. Then I'm just going to match up those crosshairs so I get it in the center. See if I can do it this way. And it's ready for me. Okay, that looks pretty good right there. Let's go ahead and take a look at the buck. You know what I might want to do, and it will waste some glitter vinyl, is actually cut a 2x3, the same size as my tag, and just weed out that as a weeding square. That way they'll be the right size. And I will, when I come back to this project to finish it up, I will show you what I mean. Okay, there we go. Now, since I'm going to have the faux leather exposed, I am going to use one of my Teflon sheets to protect it. So I'm just going to set that right over the top. Make sure I know where my things are. There we go. It says light pressure, so I'm just going to push down a little bit and press the green button to start the timer. Green button's over here, the Cricut button. Okay, let's take a look at that. Not the reveal yet, though. I gotta take off the thing, but take off the cover sheet, but it needs to be cool first, so I need to wait for a second. See, you can't even see where I creased the fabric. Next time I think I will just use that extra little bit of vinyl just to make sure I get the placement right. You know what I might even do is have it cut through twice on that so that it will cut through the carrier sheet as well. I like that. Okay, this one's cool to the touch. I will I will undo it right here. Oh, we need to do that one just a little bit longer. We lost a couple of letters. Let's see how this one did. Perfect. So that one is all done, ready to sew on the bags. Okay, let me reheat the dough. And it's just the E, so probably just a few more seconds. That was probably a lot more than a few more. And I'm too impatient. I'm so impatient. This is the hardest part. Just waiting for it to cool down. Okay. So this time I'm going to go from a different way, and I'm really going to, yeah, that's still not right. I'm going to heat up my mini. Let's see if this is plugged in. So you can't see it very well. There's the buck. I'm going to heat up my mini press. Said to only do it on the one, so I can just focus on that little part that is not sticking on. Get rid of this stuff. And it'll make a nice little sound when it's ready. That's really cool. It looks really cool. I hope the faux material is, they said a tan, and I hope this is tan enough. We'll see. That's why we do a sample first. So it's just this part of the E that isn't sticking on very well. There we go. That's ready. And let me turn it so I'm just going to get that part and not get the rest. You can overheat iron-on. At least Caesar says so for Caesar iron-on. And I kind of believe you can. So be careful. Okay. Oh, it's still not stuck. Oops, I didn't unwrap that during the... You know what would help here? I knew it felt funny. Let me get my pressing mat. That might give me a little bit more pressure. The faux leather is textured, it's pebbled, So that's probably why it's having a hard time sticking. It says 30 seconds, so we're probably close to that. And I'll wait until it cools down. I'll try and wait until it cools down. While we're waiting, I made my cutie a costume. There you go. I learned that from Melody Lane. Well, I got the idea from Melody Lane. It's just a bit longer. I'm so impatient. There we go. Okay, good. So glittery. I hope you can see that. I hope they like it. Oh, it would help if I put it right side up. Sorry, the words look backwards on your screen. There we go. That's all for this evening. Bye. Oh, wait. There. Now bye.